Today is 6th of July and the subject of the day is proteins. We will talk about protein, its structure, how it is classified, and few examples to get the gist. Here we go. Proteins are large, complex molecules that are made up of smaller units called amino acids, which are joined together in a long chains. Think of it like a string of beads, where each bead is an amino acid. There are 22 types of amino acids, and their specific sequence in a chain determines the protein's unique three-dimensional structure and its particular function. They can be broadly categorized based on their structure, biological functions, and composition. Levels of structure. The four levels of protein structure are primary, secondary, tertiary, and quaternary. These levels describe the increasingly complex organization of a protein, from its simplest amino acid sequence to its final three-dimensional structure and interaction with other proteins. Some proteins have all four levels of protein structure. Primary structure. This is the basic level, representing the linear sequence of amino acids linked together by a peptide bond in a polypeptide chain. Secondary structure. This level involves the local folding of the polypeptide chain into characteristic structure due to the hydrogen bond formed between the backbone atoms. The most common secondary structures are alpha helix, a right-handed coiled structure; beta pleated sheet, a sheet-like structure formed by aligning polypeptide strands side by side, stabilizing the hydrogen bond between the adjacent chains. These sheets can either be parallel or antiparallel. Tertiary structure. This level describes the overall three-dimensional shape of a single polypeptide chain, resulting from the folding of secondary structure. This folding is driven by the interactions between amino acid side chains, other words OR group, including hydrophobic interactions, electrostatic interactions, also known as ionic bond, hydrogen bonds, disulfide bond, also known as covalent bond. Quaternary structure. This level applies to proteins composed of multiple polypeptide chains, other words subunits. It describes the spatial arrangement of interactions between the subunits to form a functional complex. The example of proteins with quaternary structure includes hemoglobin, composed of four subunits, and DNA polymerase. Proteins can be classified by structure, biological function, and composition. Classification by structure include fibrous and globular proteins. Fibrous proteins. Fibrous proteins, also known as scleroproteins, are a major classification of proteins characterized by their elongated, thread-like structure. They are primarily structural proteins that play a vital role in supporting and strengthening various tissue and structures within the body. Key characteristics. Structure. Fibrous proteins consist of polypeptide chains arranged in long, filamentous structures, often forming fibers or sheets. Insolubility. Due to hydrophobic amino acids such as alanine, leucine, phenylalanine, and valine, they are typically insoluble in water. Stability. Fibrous proteins are very stable and resistant to denaturation, which makes them well suited for their structural roles. Repetitive sequences. Collagen, as an example, the repetitive amino acid sequences that contribute to their organized and stable structure. Function and examples. Fibrous proteins primarily serve structural and protective functions, providing support and strength. One of the examples is collagen. the most abundant protein in mammal, collagen provides structural support and tensile strength to connective tissues like skin, tendons, bones, and cartilage. Its triple helix structure gives it exceptional tensile strength, making it the perfect matrix for these tissues. Another example is elastin, found in tissues that require elasticity, like blood vessels, lungs, and skin. Elastins allow these tissues to stretch and recoil. Protection. Example is keratin. This is the main component of hair, nails, and outer layer of skin, also known as epidermis. Keratin provides toughness, protection, and resilience to these structures. Other examples are fibrin, a fibrin protein found in silk. Fibrin gives silk both flexibility and strength. Other example is fibrin. This protein plays a role in blood clotting by forming a hydrogel called fibrin. Fibrous proteins are essential for the structural integrity and mechanical properties of various tissues and organs. Their unique elongated structure, insolubility in water, and stability make them ideally suited for these roles. Examples like collagen, keratin, and elastin demonstrate the diverse function of fibrous proteins in providing strength, elasticity, and protection throughout the body. Globular proteins, also known as spheroproteins, are proteins characterized by their compact, roughly spherical shape. Unlike fibrous proteins, which are primarily served as structural support, globular proteins are involved in a wide array of biological functions. Key characteristics of globular proteins. Spherical shape. Globular proteins fold into a compact three-dimensional structure that is roughly spherical or globe-like. Water solubility. They are generally water-soluble because their structure is folded in a way that positions the polar, hydrophilic amino acid side chains on the exterior, recognized by NH2, allowing them to interact with water molecules. Hydrophobic, meaning water-repelling amino acid residues are typically located in the interior, shielded from the aqueous environment. Diverse functions. Due to their ability to dissolve in aqueous environment and their specific three-dimensional structure, globular proteins are involved in numerous metabolic functions and roles. Levels of structure. Globular proteins can have all four levels of protein structure. Functions of globular proteins. Globular proteins are essential for a wide range of biological functions. Enzymatic catalysis. Many enzymes which are accelerated by chemical reactions are globular proteins. Examples include amylase, it plays a role in digestion, and carbonic anhydrase, it plays a role in carbon dioxide transport. Transport. They transport various molecules throughout the body. Hemoglobin, for instance, transports oxygen in red blood cells. Immune response. Antibodies, immunoglobulins, are globular proteins that help the immune system fight infections by recognizing and neutralizing pathogens. Hormonal regulation. Many hormones like insulin, which regulate the blood sugar levels, are globular proteins. Storage. Some globular proteins store ions or other molecules, such as ferritin, which store iron. Signaling. Globular proteins can transmit signals within or between cells, playing a crucial roles in cellular communication. Structural support. Although less common than in fibrous proteins, some globular proteins like actin can contribute to the cell structure by assembling into larger structures like microfilaments. Globular proteins are distinguished by their compact, spherical shape and water solubility, which enables them to participate in a diverse range of dynamic biological functions as enzymes, hormones, transporters, and in other crucial roles.